Hey everyone, this is John and we have a new video today, and this one is going to be about describing symptoms of our illnesses to a doctor when abroad in English. So what we're going to cover today is all about how to describe any illness that we have to a doctor. This includes simple pains, specific symptoms, and I'm going to give you some examples at the end. So if you remember from the last video, symptoms means a sign. So an illness symptom is a sign that you are ill or a sign that you are sick. First of all, I just want to include some basic body parts in case you don't know them and you want to learn them so that you can tell the doctor which part is actually sore. They're quite simple. Arm, you can be more specific and say upper arm or lower arm. You have your hand, leg, again upper, lower, foot. For the knee, this is the part in the middle of your leg where the leg bends. Then you have your neck up here. You can also say your back, which can refer to this whole area, or it can refer specifically to right down the middle here. And you can be again more specific and say upper back, middle back, or lower back. Then we have the elbow, which is similar to the knee but in the arm. So this is where your arm bends. And then you have the wrist, which connects your arm to your hand, and this is where your hand moves around. And then the very last one is the ankle, which connects your leg to your foot, and that's where your foot will move. So I'm going to give you examples of some simple pains. You can add in as much detail or as little detail as you want to it, and you can use any of the words in the previous slide, any of the body parts. They all fit in well to these templates. So you could say I have a pain in my back or arm. You can say serious pain, bad pain, minor pain, whatever you want. You can also say I hurt my back. Again, you can be more specific and say I hurt my back badly, or you can say how you hurt it. You can say I hurt my back riding a bike. You can again say it hurts a lot when I move my arm or move my leg, move my neck, whatever. And then lastly, you can say my arm or my back is very stiff. And stiff means hard to move, so you can't move so well. Maybe it's painful, maybe it's just hard to move. And then next we're going to talk about some illness symptoms. So you remember these are the specific things that show that you have an illness. So the very first one here is cough and then sneeze. So cough, it's like this here, and then sneeze like this here. So cough like that, sneeze is achoo. Then the next one we have fever, and then we have runny nose. So fever is when you have a high body temperature, like this girl here. It's normally a more serious symptom. And then runny nose, like this guy here, just always sniffling like out there. Next we have some more common things like headache or migraine. I mentioned in the last video, migraine is a more serious headache. And then we have stomach ache. So again, headache and migraine, sore head, stomach ache, pain in your stomach. You could also say stomach pain as well. So here we have sore throat, and then fatigue or weakness. Fatigue means you feel really tired and weak, or you can just say weakness. And then sore throat is normally comes from coughing a lot. And then fatigue or weakness, just being very tired, not feeling very strong. And then the last page of some specific symptoms we have here is muscle pain or muscle ache. And then the next one here is constipation. So the muscle pain or muscle ache is simply just a pain in the muscle. This is another sign of flu. And then constipation is when you can't go to the toilet even if you want to. Then we have vomiting or throwing up. And the very last one we're going to look at is diarrhea. So vomiting or throwing up is a classic symptom when you're sick, like this here. And diarrhea is the opposite of constipation, going to the toilet too much. I don't want to show you a photo of that, so I just show a picture of the toilet. And then lastly, we have some examples. So if you have this, if you remember what this is, stomach pain or stomach ache, you can say I have a bad stomach ache. Again, you can add in little extra descriptive words whenever you want. So if you have an issue with your arm, maybe you can say it hurts when I move or when I bend my arm. And lastly, this one here, headache. You can say I have had a headache or a migraine. And again, you can be more specific and say for a few days. So that is the video, everyone. Thank you very much. I'll give more specific examples on worse pains like breaking an arm, stuff like that. And in a later video, I'll give more examples of how to actually use these in real sentences when talking to a real doctor. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.